Hello, this is Dr. Merhi. Welcome to Whiteboard with Merhi in 3 minutes. Today we're going to talk about something that a lot of women who underwent IVF have encountered, which is an empty follicle. A lot of time women undergo an egg retrieval and they're told by the doctor, oh, there was 5 follicles, but we only got 3 eggs. Or there is 2 follicles, we got no eggs. Or 10 follicles, we got 1. Why not every follicle will have an egg? I want you to understand that an empty follicle is not empty. It always has an egg. But I'm going to tell you why we tell this to patients. This is an ovary. This is a follicle that's mature, 20 millimeters. And this is an egg with a stalk. Now, I want you to imagine the egg as an apple that's attached to a stalk on a tree. When we give the trigger shot, either one of those, sometimes a combination of both, we tell patient take it for 34 to 36 hours and then come for egg retrieval. Now, when we put the needle to suck the fluid from this follicle, this egg is supposed to come to the dish, IVF dish, where the embryologists look at to see if there's an egg or not. Now, the trigger shot, imagine it's like a saw, and this trigger shot is supposed to cut the stalk of that apple and then release the apple from the tree. And then when we suck this fluid, the egg goes all the way down to the dish where the embryologist pick up to add the sperm to it. Now, why sometimes the embryologists say, oh, Dr. Merhi, there is no egg, it's empty? There's 2 options. Option number 1, the stalk did not have time to cut all the stalk, the trigger shot, did not have time to cut all the stalk. And then it might have needed longer time to cut it. So it's like an immature apple. If you go apple picking and the apple is not mature, you pull hard, but it doesn't come out. That's option number 1 as to why follicles could be empty. Option number 2, it's too mature. You've gone apple picking. When there's an apple that is too mature and you catch it, it becomes mushy. So if this becomes mushy and then it comes here, it comes into tiny pieces that they can't see on microscope, and then we tell the patient the follicle is empty. These 2 options could correlate with poor egg quality, but an empty follicle is never empty, and it's almost always have an egg if you take an ovary and cut it and look under the microscope. So it's very important when we do an egg retrieval to tell patient that 70% of the time we get an egg per follicle. If we get an egg, everyone, me, the embryologist, and you will be extremely happy.